All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, we are live. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Aftercast episode. I believe this is 24, the Late Night Transformers podcast. I'm your host, James, also known as Victory Saber 77. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, we have a small cast today, but a good one nonetheless. And Dakota, since Charles Golden Boy is not here, go ahead.
I get to go
First and
first.
foremost, I'd like to thank my mother. I'd like to thank my father. I'd like to thank the good Lord. I would like to thank everyone at Capitol Records. I would like to thank... Anyways, I'm Dakota. You can find me everywhere at Primal Sabbath.
Dalton.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube at DaltonianSTF Reviews and on Twitter at DaltonianSTF75.
Josh.
You can find me, G1 Hexatron, on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And you can also like my Facebook page, the G1 Hexatron.
And you can find me on YouTube and Twitter, VictorySaber77. And we do have our website, cybercastnetwork.com, where we do stream these videos live, and we have a forums there. And become a member. It's free, and it's a great site. Also, we have our Twitter account, which is CybercastNet. Also, our Facebook page. Check it out. That's where we get all the news that's on the Cybercast. And we have a YouTube channel, but it's not really functioning too much. But there is some good videos on there, so go check that out also. But, hey, we have Charles, Golden Boy. Sorry, but you were replaced. You were number 2, I guess, if you want to kind of say it. But why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself really quickly, and we can get into the topic.
All right. I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Optimus4Prez, and Xbox Live is AutoCon365.
Right on.
Oh, we forgot to give our gamer tags out. I'm G1 Hexatron on Xbox Live.
All right. Dakota. Or actually, you always do yours, don't you? Dalton, you on there?
Not on Xbox.
All right.
But if you have PlayStation 3, you can find me at Daltonian.
Daltonian. Right on. All right. Topic. Well, let's get Dalton's view real quickly. Why do you review the things that you review and everything? Give us something. What is it?
Oh.
Tell us.
I review the things I want to review because I feel like reviewing them.
Why do you choose your background then? Why is it that color?
Because it works better with my lighting setup and with my camera.
What type of camera do you have?
I have a Canon.
Right on. Do you do any editing?
When it's something I've reviewed before and it's being compared to something of similar mold, or, you know, if there's another figure out there, yeah, basically the same thing I just said. You know, if it's something I've reviewed already, there's another mold of it or reuse of the mold, I'll edit it just to save time.
Cool. And Charles, unfortunately, we haven't got any reviews from you yet.
No, I don't do reviews.
It's all right. You're
Watch
forgiven.
all y'all's reviews.
Cool.
There you go. He said Charles is the #1 supporter of people of the Cybercast.
Yep. And we appreciate the donations.
Always get these. Yeah. I always get these notifications. It's like, oh, +1, and I'm like, oh, let's new comment. Let's see. Charles, he just plus and ones. He likes the +1s. Still don't know what that means. Is that like a like or something, or is there like a button that you just +1s, or I don't know how that works, but by the time I figure it out, Google's gonna change it anyway, so that's why I don't bother.
Oh yeah. Let's get into San Diego Comic-Con since that just occurred or is occurring. Is there any exclusives you guys are wanting to pick up or have picked up? And on top of that, we can go into: do you think the exclusive this year are better than last year, or gradually getting better each year? So, floor is open.
I want to get the Vegeta from Figure Arts. I think what was last year? Wasn't last year? Did they even do anything last year? No, it was Piccolo. That's right. It was anime accurate Piccolo. So that was neat. The year before that, it was a re-release of Super Saiyan Goku, I want to say, or maybe Goku and Gohan.
Yeah.
Because I know they re-released Super Saiyan Goku, but yeah, that's right. It was Gohan. So, Figuarts, Bluefin in particular, they're really good about seeing what of their previous figures have demand, and typically re-release them either as SDCC exclusives or just re-release them in general. Trunks and Vegeta have gotten to where they're pretty up there in popularity and price. Of course, I capitalized on that, but I have a feeling that next year it's going to be one of those two. Super Saiyan Vegeta. Maybe it'll be in another outfit. Maybe it'll be, just a variant of an outfit or something. So, that I think Bluefin is getting better with their exclusives. As far as Hasbro, it's really hit or miss years. So there's that.
Okay.
I would have got a Masterpiece Sunstorm if a friend of mine would have picked one up for me, but he didn't.
I tried, but I only got 2 in my Toys R Us, and some other guys. I could have just kicked the crap out of him in the parking lot. I guess I could have taken it from him, but my daughter was with me, and I didn't want to, all right, Daddy needs to go do something really quickly. Just wait right here. But
I kicked the crap out of him.
Keep the car running for Daddy.
Yeah, honey, get behind the wheel. Use your brother's booster seat so you can,
Yes, Masterpiece Acid Storm, or not Acid Storm, God, Sunstorm. Definitely want to get that. The turtle, kind of the comic book Raph that they're doing with the white and black. I was looking on Playmate's website for that. They haven't put it up yet because I know last year they had the Leonardo, where it was kind of like black and green and stuff like that. And it was more of kind of like a statue, I believe, because they kind of glued the articulation or something like that. I forget exactly what the complaint was with it. But they later on put that up on the Playmates website, or Playmates Toys website, might I say, because I looked up like Playmates, just Googling. I thought I was going to get that, but ended up pulling up something else. But I did see that a couple of other companies, they are getting those in, so I'll probably have to order from them.
Cool.
And
G1 Dinobots.
I'd like to have them, but there's so much stuff that with a fixed income on like this is how much I can spend really. I'm basically not going to be able to get them because I would have to buy other things.
Yeah.
Charles, what are you doing? What are you doing to make so much noise?
Waiting on it.
Trying to open a little chips bag, but I ain't worried about it now.
It's like
Right.
at the movie theater, it's dead quiet. What? No, that's not me.
I was trying to do it quietly, but Mike's picking it up, so forget it.
All right.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Josh. There's a ton of stuff around San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, with all the companies bringing out their best stuff, or usually their best
Star
stuff.
Wars.
Star Wars, Master Universe Classics. I mean, and just Maddie in general and stuff. But Dalton, you got any, wants?
I'd really want to get the Dinobot set. I mean, that's the main thing for me. That and maybe the Rockets Warhawk or whatever it is from Lego for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because I am a bit of a Lego fan and starting to become more and more of a Marvel fan. So
Another expensive line to collect.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, is it?
especially with the rumored Bionicle coming back.
Oh, well.
Bionicle
Like the old Bionicle or like that new cruddy stuff that you
Uh,
grew up with? No, that's
not
bad.
big
bringing back
numbers.
the older parts. I think the reason why they stopped the Bionicle line is because of parts breaking, which the Hero Factory stuff kind of fixed with their new joints and skeletons.
Oh, dude, my Bionicle
But
toys
I
when I
am
had as a kid.
hoping for the original
Oh.
Technic parts to come back.
Cool. All right. Me, I don't really. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. Sorry, Josh, but I did get Sunstorm. But other than that, I would like to pick up the G1 Dinobot set, but I don't know. I don't like to. The one thing I don't like about San Diego Comic-Con stuff is one. they're hard to come by. They're hard to get. I mean, regardless if it's Toys R Us, whether it's just exclusive to the website, and you have to wait for that day to approach. And you're like Hasbro Toy Shop, they really don't tell you when they're going to be doing this stuff, so you're constantly kind of sitting around, waiting, and then all of a sudden when it does hit, it's most of the stuff is gone. And I know for a fact that G1 Dinobot set's going to go like crazy. Last year it was Boba Fett, and this year it's going to be the G1 Dinobots. So
Don't forget the Deadpool taco truck last year.
yeah, that was, but
long either.
Boba Fett went fast. That one went pretty good. The X-Force team, I think, was last year, wasn't it? The Legends. That went pretty good.
Yeah.
Metroplex was around, but I really do like the exclusives this year, at least with Hasbro. I like the G1 Dinobots. It was a good time to do it, but that pop-up book type of packaging is really nice. A nice added bonus. Even the Rock Band thing, that's kind of unique and different and kind of cool. I mean, it's a little expensive, but it's nice. It's not your typical like, hey, here's a Metroplex. Oh, by the way, that Metroplex will be offered again at another convention, so you can get it there, and all this type of stuff. So I do like that. Other than that, nothing really stands out for me and such. But going back to our topic on the Cybercast, real quickly, unless you guys have more to add to that.
Well, a lot of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, they're going to, they eventually, sometimes, not all of them, but a lot, they get additional releases through Toys R Us as a regular release, to where it's not really a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive if 9 months, a year later, you can go find it now. Now, it's still going to be limited, but they do make extras, and they're like, hey, you know what, this was a really good deal, and a lot of people wanted it, and we can make money on it. So, we give it to you. This might go into Dakota's thing of, primal selfish of, I waited in line, and I, was told this was an exclusive to this event, and I don't want everyone else to have one, but I think it's nice, like the Boba Fett, and what is that noise? Charles, that's you.
Not me. I'm just sitting still.
I'm sitting still. I'm not doing it.
You guys not hear that?
I'm just gonna mute everyone until it stops.
The airy noise or whatever. All right. Yeah, it is Charles.
It's Charles.
See, there we go. Exactly. Because the screen switching to him. But like the Boba Fett with the carbonite chamber or whatever, that's supposed to be getting a TRU exclusive at some point. Or release. Well, it's probably exclusive as well. But that was from last year. Very popular, like you mentioned. Was gone very quickly. That's eventually going to get a Toys R Us release. And so just, more stuff like that. I think it's fine. And at least these people get it out there. They have it a year early, which is cool. Like the same thing, like I said, with the Leonardo exclusive from last year. It went up on Playmate Toys website. So, you could pick it up there, and I think it was like $30 or something like that, which is reasonable. But I do dig stuff like that, and sometimes you get a second opportunity. But some of these things you're not going to, like the G1 Dinobots playset. Nope, you're not going to get a second opportunity with that. If they do any type of second release with Toys R Us, you're not going to get they're going to take something out, and they're going to take out the pop-out book, for the base, which would be totally fine, and probably just sell it for, I don't know, $100 or something like that. Just the 4 figures, or maybe they'll get the slog and they'll put it in there and make it a little 5-pack.
Yeah.
But I think eventually you will get that at Toys R Us. Not like next month or anything like that, but probably maybe a year, maybe not that long, but eventually you will get that opportunity, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like the Sunstorm isn't really a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. It was just released there first, but it's going to be at Toys R Us. Same with Prowl and such, but...
Oh yeah, same thing with the movie Turtles. the classics that I got. So
going into the next topic is kind of what we talked about on the Cybercast, but I want to get maybe Charles, since you haven't gone to either one, and Dalton, BotCon or San Diego Comic Con. Which one would you choose? And like not just like the money factor, but have you had a desire to go to like San Diego Comic Con? If it's if it's just BotCon, then okay, but kind of elaborate.
Um,
Do you want to go first, Charles? Because
no, I guess not.
um,
Think on that.
yeah, I would like to go to. I still would love to go to a BotCon. The San Diego Comic Con. I don't know. I like watching the videos and stuff that people post on YouTube or on TV news be aired. But just hearing all the rumors about the bad smells and having to walk through the major massive crowds. I don't know. I think I'd be better off going off to a BotCon.
That's right. That's why we boys.
for me, I'd probably just stick to BotCon, but it would be nice to go at least to one San Diego Comic Con just to check it out, see how it is from a personal experience.
Yeah.
Plus, if they start doing mask,
Oh God.
I can tell you which one Jam and I will be at.
I'll go to that, especially if they have some nice, live, like real size vehicles out there for display, and I'll be like, yeah, here we go.
Ooh, God, try to keep me and Jam out of those things, dude.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna go ride in Rhino real quickly again, and then into Thunderhawk, and take a picture of me in Piranha. This is cool. But
what's the black one? The little SUV.
Oh, Jackhammer.
Jackhammer, where the thing pops up in the back. Jamie, he's driving. I'm back there in the back, just gunning people down. We're making our escape.
That would be awesome. In life-size mask, I would totally buy life-size mask.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
I would. I mean,
I want the suit and everything. I want to dress up and walk around like that.
San Diego Comic Con, here we come as masked characters.
Dude, that would be great. Something else that is worth bringing up. I saw was it yesterday, I think, when I went into Toys R Us, that G.I. Joe, they're doing the 50th, and they're releasing like vehicles to where like you can see them on Big Bad Toy Store, but they got them at Toys R Us already, or at least at my location, to where you can get a couple of vehicles and then two figures. They're like $40, or two vehicles, two figures, $30, and they're doing 2-pack Joes for like $15. To where originally they're $10 a piece. So going back to the vintage guys, 15 for two. I think that's a really good deal. I'm thinking about getting into that. That way it's like, okay, the 50th line is just starting off now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it's going to last is the only problem. Because if they come out with a bunch of cool stuff, then I want it. And a lot of the cool main characters, I want to jump on it from the beginning. I hate backtracking, except for in June 1. I just kind of have to. But jump on it from the very beginning, because a lot of stuff is really good prices. It's new. Like you got this, I forget what it's called, but it's like the snow sled tank
snow
thing.
Seraphim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so trying to find that thing white and complete. Trying to find that thing white and complete, with figures and stuff like that. I mean, it's hard to find the vintage one. Sorry, Charles, but you're making that weird noise again. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I believe those G.I. Joes are a shared exclusive with BBTS. I think you can only get them at Toys R Us, I think, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I saw those. Those are modeled after, or they're just reissues of the 25th anniversary line figures, or the ones that came kind of after that part of the movie line. But yeah, I like the fact that there's some G.I. Joe out there. It's always weird to me when I go to a store and I look for, okay, you got your main staples. You got some type of Transformers line. You got some type of wrestling line. Some type of DC, Marvel, Power Rangers, Turtles, and then and Star Wars, and then you should have some type of, G.I. Joe. I always think there should be something there, but it's nice to see that kind of coming back. And God, if they could just reissue a lot of the stuff like USS Flag, oh, that would be nice. Toys R Us exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I don't care. But
I mean, you would definitely go that year
yeah.
for that.
Oh yeah, just packing that. See, here's the thing. I mean, I know that Autobahn has clarified it, but it's always packed there. And I remember the year when Matty released the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he comes in a huge box, which is modeled after like a kind of like a suitcase thing or something, or a trunk. And hauling that thing around with a whole bunch of people next to you and trying to get all these exclusives, oh man, that'd be horrible. But I'd be giddy though still having it, but it'd be kind of crappy to go through weeding through all the people. But yeah, I'm like Dalton. I would like to do the San Diego Comic-Con thing at least once in my life, just because, like Josh, I collect a multitude of things, and it's kind of cool to have it all in one area. But not really looking forward to the lines and having it be kind of a pain. I mean, like BotCon, you have a set amount of days. San Diego Comic-Con is a set amount of days, and it's not like Disneyland where you can, if you want to see everything, just tack on a couple extra days so you can see everything and do everything. This, you can't. You have to pick and choose. You have to prioritize, like what Paul said. And, yeah, I don't know. But I'm willing to try it.
See, I don't know. I'm still pretty set in my ways. Even if money wasn't an issue, and I could attend San Diego Comic-Con, I wouldn't. Just too many damn people. And again, it's too commercialized. Like
Why does that matter?
Because it just doesn't feel like it's legit anymore at that point. And a lot of people that have, that used to attend BotCons back when it was the old 3H days, like, I've heard some of them feel the same way about, how the convention is currently, but the convention is nowhere near as commercialized as San Diego Comic-Con. There's just too much going on in one place, I think. There's no real way for someone to, actually enjoy the entirety of it in the same weekend, and it sucks that you have to prioritize. Because what if there's like 7 things going on that you really want to see, witness, do, whatever? That's just a downfall to it. I don't want to be stuck in that kind of predicament. And I was kind of stuck in that predicament at BotCon, but then, it wasn't. I don't think it wasn't as bad. Like if I were to go to a Halo panel at SDCC, but oh crap, I really want to get to this booth and pick up these exclusives, but then there's the freaking Marvel panel that goes on, or it starts however many minute intervals in between. That's just way too much. I
wouldn't be that. I probably wouldn't want to go to that many panels. I wouldn't be that interested in it, just because of the fact that I know that a week later we're going to be doing Cybercast episode whatever B, to where we're going to be talking about the crap for 3 hours, and I'm going to see it all then. So whether I saw it like as soon as it was revealed or the next day because it's on the internet now, that's not as that big of a deal. It's more of the experience. I want to get the exclusives and stuff like that, but it's more the experience and seeing everyone, seeing the cosplay and stuff like that. The other thing that you said is about it being commercialized and stuff, or like even some BotCon goers from like the 3H days or something like that. They don't like the BotCon because it's a little bit more commercialized. I never understood stuff like that. It's kind of like, well, now you're popular, so I don't like you because you're popular, or it's like whenever, like a good example, The Naked and Famous is a music group, and now they have this song that's been out for like 3 years, they're starting to show it on commercials and stuff like that. Like I had someone like tell me, it was like, yeah, I've been listening to them for like a year now. I'm like, why are you telling me that? I don't care. You know, the song's 3 years old. You know, but it's just like, you know, I want to show how cool I am because I liked it when it wasn't popular. As one of those, that's the way it comes off or sounds. I don't know if that's the way you mean it to sound,
That's
but
no,
that's
that's
the way
definitely
it
not.
does sound.
It's definitely not the way that I mean it. Um, it's because it's so commercialized. Then the experience, in my opinion, really takes away from the experience. That, you know, what was Comic-Con when it first started? Like 10 dudes in a basement, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? When stuff becomes too big for its pants, it's not as,
You mean like PAX,
yeah, it doesn't hit home anymore, in my opinion.
Mini
'Cause
Arcade
now,
Expo?
yeah, because now you've got, you know, freaking everybody just trying to get there, make a quick buck. That's just for the toys. You know, like panels. I don't mean just toy panels. You know, they showed quite a few movie trailers. You
Yeah,
know, that's,
and
man, I'd
TV
want
shows.
to catch all of that, but there's no way I'd be able to because it's just too damn big. And you know, I think as
Well,
far
if
as the
you,
Comic Con goes, I'd like to check out New York Comic Con. I know it's if not just as bad as San Diego, but San Diego seems to be the big shebang, um, where New York doesn't get too much attention, not as much as San Diego does, at
Well,
least.
because everything's happening after, isn't it? When's New York?
Normally in the fall time,
Yeah.
winter time.
So yeah, all the reveals are in the other one, but
you
Yeah.
know what I'd like for us to do, or I'd like to do, I believe it's press only, but New York Toy Fair.
Mm.
You know, you're gonna have to get like a press pass, but I think, you know, like the three of us might be able to get that. I'd have to look into that, but you know, a press pass. You know, you're going to New York Toy Fair. You have just as many reveals there as you do at Comic Con.
Oh,
They
there's stuff
basically
that
set
doesn't
each
even
other
make it
up
to the
for.
news from Toy Fair.
Yeah, I mean, they basically set each other up for the next 6 months. Oh, so here's next 6 months, and then Comic Con, and then here's 6 months. You know, then it's Toy Fair right all over again. Um, Plus, you know, I like to. I feel like at Toy Fair that I would be able to pick the brains of some of the, you know, the the brands a little bit more, pick their brains, and
yeah.
you know, find out a little bit more of the ins and outs, and maybe get a little bit of inside info that maybe don't already know. But I think that would be fun as well. I'd really enjoy Toy Fair because I know that we've done that episode, I think, twice. To where we've done the Comic Con one twice, or I forget which one it is,
We've
but
done
we've done the Toy Fair one
Yeah.
before, and I enjoyed it. You know, I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Well, how about this, Dakota? What if BotCon blew up and became extremely popular? I mean, like there was more people going, and let's say Brian Savage decided to outsource a lot of it, make it a little more commercialized to get that funding, but it now has, you know, 10 times as many people as it used to.
If
Would you
that were the
still?
case, I would likely jump ship. I would get someone, because I mean, I'm always gonna know someone who goes to a BotCon. I would have them pick the toys up for me. That, or you know, if it was something like, could I make it to the custom class sort of deal? Um, you know, it'd maybe be something like that. But you know, if it got so gigantic that I just couldn't, you know, enjoy myself, I couldn't figure out, you know, well, you know, do I want to stand in line for an hour to get an autograph and miss this panel? Or do I want to, you know, go to this panel and miss these autographs? Like this year was a pretty easy choice for me. I wanted everyone's autographs. Um, you know, 2012 was another one that was pretty easy, and that's typically how they have it set up. But um, you know, if it got to the point to where I was just crammed elbow to elbow with, you know, a bunch of other people, more than what it kind of already is now.
Mhm.
Man, I wouldn't be all about that. I would try to go as golden ticket every year until I see how that plays out. Assuming, because look at registering for San Diego Comic-Con. It's like, it's ridiculous. You have to
Yeah,
be
it's a
like on
madhouse.
top of your game. So, BotCon's no easy registration process either. Like, there's always something um, wrong going on with that. But man, it would certainly kill the mood for me.
Okay, so it's essentially it's the size. I mean, at times we want the cons to grow because that means it's going to be more stuff. They can afford to do more things. But then again, I know like going to this BotCon, it was nice. It was comfortable. It wasn't like elbow to elbow. You could get around, and it wasn't
You had breathing
bad.
room.
Yeah, and the atmosphere was nice and laid back and friendly and such. But okay, I was just curious.
Because I'm always going to want the toys, but I do have my limits. It's as soon as there's a ton of people and a ton of press, I'm out. No, not gonna do it. Like that, it's just too many people like breathing in the same area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I'll pay that markup. I'll pay the please get me this fee.
Okay. Cool. Any other
Th- th-
thoughts? Or-
Thinking about it, I kind of want to do New York Fair.
God.
thing, so.
He's got this freaking master plan lined up now.
I do. I mean, because I know for almost I'm really sure that I can get a press pass. And we go there. Plus, I haven't been in New York in a while. It's been a few years, so
See,
I'd
I've
like to
never
go
been,
there again.
so I'd like to.
I wouldn't mind going.
Plus, what's up?
Oh, I wouldn't mind going either. Except it's
See, I'm going to TFCon Chicago, so I'll be kind of close.
What? No, you won't.
closer than you are now, yes.
Yeah, much closer than I am now. That's kind of close for me. I don't know. That's one that I'm really happy about because I've never been to the like northeasternish area of our nation, so really
Chicago is beautiful.
really looking forward to it.
You got your ticket, you're all set up.
I actually haven't got my ticket yet. I'm still kind of waiting on funds from Dalton, from someone that's buying a few things from me. That was supposed to pay yesterday, because that's when they get paid.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
you guys wouldn't know what I'm
I
talking
get
about.
paid after the 1st. I didn't say what day after the 1st.
You said next
Well,
Friday.
it is after.
It is certainly after the 1st.
Looks like Dalton's gonna get a couple of visits from some people that might have to have a stern talk with them.
Yeah, dude.
Already got things lined out, so just hold on to that.
All right. Well,
Well, cool. I mean, the other thing too, just curiosity's sake, BotCon. Gonna be in California again, or are we gonna finally see it move east?
I bet 90-0 it will be another
in California.
West Coast show. Maybe not California. Maybe it may be. It may. I know. Like, I wouldn't say I know, but I would say I would bet crazy amounts of money at crazy odds it will not return to the East next year. It will not go past
They
Texas.
had that
next
Disney World show that didn't do very
The
well.
Florida show.
Yeah, but they had the Rhode Island show that was really that from what I understand went really well. What was it, 2007?
Yeah.
Granted that was the
Anniversary
whole
area.
the movie coming out thing too. So the whole deal
They'll
with
have it in Texas. Dallas is always going to be a fallback.
Kentucky.
The one,
I would say closer to maybe middle western America or back to the West Coast. Brian Savage has said to somebody that I know that knows what they're talking about that Brian Savage doesn't want to go back to the East until another anniversary year, and specifically Chicago, because Brian wants to take the show back to Chicago. But he wants to do that on an anniversary year. So it may very well be another 5 years.
Okay.
You know where I'd like to actually go? Because I haven't been to the city, but I know it's beautiful, and it'd be close to is Seattle.
Yeah.
Because I know Seattle's beautiful. The only thing is, like, God, I hope it doesn't rain, you know, or have some of that.
Oh yeah.
Like that crap that you showed us on Twitter, you know, the hell coming down, you know.
Yeah, we had a storm. I was surprised that I was gonna have this, but yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
How far from Seattle do you live?
Quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
So
Dude, I was just gonna invite Dakota and myself to just stay at your or crash on the couch.
Do they have unions?
Tell yours.
Do they have unions out there? Because that's another stipulation to a BotCon location. If it's, you know, union-driven workforce, hang it up. It's not going to come to where you are.
that sucks.
Yeah. Just because it's really that's the way it should be. You know, well, I'll bring my staff to set stuff up. No. You have to use you have to use these employees because the union.
Sorry, Pittsburgh. Never coming to you.
So, you know, there's that, and it's like, you know, you're paying these guys freaking $30 an hour to set up a chair. You know, hey, I want, you know, I maybe want this kind of setup. Hey, you're paying out the nose for it, so you know, tell these guys to enjoy their freaking $500 per piece toys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that won't.
We have a pretty high minimum wage and a pretty hefty business tax here in the state, so.
That's another one. If you notice, California's sales tax was 8%.
It would be close to 10.
That's pretty nice.
In Seattle.
Yeah. In Louisiana, it's 8.65%.
Oh, it's 8.25 here.
Yeah, but
I mean,
regardless,
Texas does everything right, so.
Yeah. No, regardless though, it still kind of gets whatever. So no union places, no crazy high sales tax. And I hate the fact that they have to charge sales tax, like the club, because I mean, geez, dude, those souvenirs were crazy. You buy them online, you know, from the club store cheaper, because they don't charge sales tax. I'm assuming unless you're living in Texas, but even then they still might not.
Well, it's already built in there. The same thing with whenever you buy anything from these online retailers, like let's say like TF Source or something like that. It says like it's 150, then you can click on there, bam, it's 150. You know, so any sales tax or anything like that, I mean, you don't have to worry about whether they have it added in already, or if they're just like, look, we'll take the sales tax loss. You know,
you buy the BotCon Night 3-pack from the club, $139 on their website. It was $145, $146 at the convention after sales tax.
I don't think I said the Collectors Club. I thought I said like TF Source, but.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying like that. That means their sales tax isn't really factored in then.
Yeah. Well, regardless,
whenever you
it
see
does suck.
For sale on like TF Source or something like that, then it says 150. You pay 150. That's what you pay.
Okay,
like
I thought
the price is paid. Yeah, so whether they work in sales tax or whether they just like, all right, this is the price we're putting it at, and you know, because they're gonna have to pay their taxes regardless. That's not my problem. But the price that they have it listed at, that's the price you pay.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, whenever I was a kid and I saw something for $1, so I ran up to my mom, Mom, can I have $1 for this? And then the cashier was like, yeah, that's going to be $1.08. I'm like, oh, no, you ain't taking advantage of me because I'm some kid. It said $1 right over there. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that's whenever I got that tax, you know, explanation when I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sales tax here is like 7 cents. Or
7 cents?
Crap. God, that's 7 times more than what you tip. Jesus Christ.
We knew that was coming.
Now, I'll tell you this. I gave a lot better of a tip when I went to Quaker State.
I thought you were about to say El
$5
Chepe.
tip.
Do you have proof?
Quaker State. To get
Quaker
your oil
State.
changed?
Yeah, explain Quaker State.
It's a restaurant themed around automotive, just anything automotive, racing,
shit.
motorcycles.
Wow.
Wait, you tipped $5?
Yeah.
Well, was the tab like 50 grand or what was it?
Oh,
Because
man.
you know it's all based off percentages in service, but you know what? We'll teach you that thing another day.
Next BotCon, Dalton. I'll
Well, the thing is, we
You
had
know
really
what?
good service at
You
the
can
restaurant,
keep the
so
penny.
You'll never. I'm sorry. It's gonna be a running joke for so long. I don't know. You're gonna have to get through another BotCon to get that off your back.
next BotCon is gonna be your time to shine, Dalton.
Yeah. So come with just a wad of cash and just throwing
He's
it
gonna
out.
he's gonna be practicing.
Here you
He's gonna
go.
be practicing
just
like
making
fanning
it
it out.
Make it rain, baby.
He's making it rain. Let's keep on falling on that burner that they cooked everything that's like 500 degrees, so it's just...
He's tipping before the food gets out. Can I take your order? Here's $1. Just showing up.
He walks up, wants to take his order, and he takes a 5 and just right there in the
There you
little
go.
book, like, here, you can write on that 5, that's yours.
Everywhere he goes. There you go. He's gonna be
I mean,
tipping
I
the guy
seriously-
that drives us around in the car from the hotel. Here you go. Here's your tip.
Oh, God.
It's one of those things where, like, I wish I had a camera attached at all times to record, because it was the funniest thing to see in real life. And someone else, as soon as it happened, someone else would have to take the camera because I just lost it. Whenever I saw that, I think I almost like fell back in my chair, dude. I was just like cracking up so bad. Couldn't help it.
Yeah, that was because I was like thinking, oh man, the service wasn't that bad. I mean, I've never seen that.
It's more of an insult. It's better just to completely stiff them and just walk out than to be like, you know what? That was absolutely excellent. Here's a penny.
It was so
Go
gross.
buy yourself
There
something
you go.
nice.
Oh, dude.
Here's a penny.
Oh man, she probably took that penny and put it into one of those like charity buckets or something that she has up front. Like, oh my gosh. But
She probably flipped it into the fountain and
oh, the
wished
little
for like a better customer.
I hope his toys break. Flicking it into the fountain. But
I don't know, man. Like, I tried to kind of like, not to make you sound like a terrible person, Dalton. I know you're not a terrible person. I know, you're trying to get by at the convention, but I was always trying to like put in a little extra. You know what I mean?
to tip the
To
scale
kind
or
of recoup for
balance it.
that. Yeah, because like I mean, everywhere we went, my tip was like $10 to $15. Just kind of keeping it up, I guess.
You remind me of like whenever like my mom, she would take us to church and we didn't have like money because we were like kids, so like the little basket would come by and she would like give us money to put in there. I guess she thought it would make us feel good or something like that. Okay, yeah, this isn't my money, but look, everyone, I'm
Here's
doing
how
my
I
good
put in the
deed or
offering.
whatever.
There you go.
Yes, I'm making my offering to pay for the preacher's Mercedes. So
Yeah.
That's
Roars
basically
up
what
in his
that is.
Ferrari. How's it going? I'm gonna do a little sermon on greed. So, but
my lease payment's up. Send that basket around again.
Daddy needs a Porsche.
I'm sorry to the religious people. I'm sorry. Okay.
Let's see what else is there. What else should we talk about? I mean,
Charles, I better not get any lip. Sound like you were about to start giving me some lip.
how's that Fortress treating you there?
I was getting the little butt peg off of him. The deal for the stand.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was hellacious.
Okay. Cool.
Continue.
All right. Quick topic. I'm just kind of curious. For me, G1 fan, or like most of us, we're backtracking a lot into our collection. So it's not like you can just go to the, your brick or mortar store and pick up, or even sometimes e-tailers, and just pick up something. And so we kind of gravitate at times to eBay or trade forums, trade buy, sell forums. Just kind of curious. Have you guys had some good experiences in the past couple of months? Seen anything different happening? I mean, we were talking about the whole tax thing, and for me, I'm starting to get charged tax on eBay from sellers because I live in Washington, and it kind of sucks at times.
What does living in Washington have to do with them?
We have a sales tax, and I guess they have to declare it, or that's something that eBay's trying to push in
I know
Washington.
eBay has been sending me emails about, fighting it.
Oh, okay.
Fighting the push on it, yeah.
But I get charged a couple times, and I'm just kind of curious if you guys have, noticed that, or if you guys had some crappy. I know that there's, people out there that have been talking about like they've been, screwed over by sellers and stuff, and I'm just, any advice for our watchers? I mean, half the time I don't use the forums, I don't use the boards as much to trade. I mean, you did that little negotiating for me. You were kind of my middleman there, Dakota, but
yeah.
I usually buy all my crap off of eBay, and it's a hit and miss at times. But
man, I'll go ahead and go first. If you can start buying off of like fan sites and stuff like that, like that's the way to go. To be totally honest, it's just not only is it convenient, but 9 times out of 10 cheaper prices, because that's kind of the unwritten law. You know what I mean? Like, you charge eBay prices, then screw you, I'm not going to buy from you. And that's about how it goes. But if you're selling, at a decent price, you're not stingy with it, or even, if you're looking for something, chances of you finding some crazy, just stout prices are a little less than, like obviously like eBay. eBay is definitely, and it always will be, kind of that go-to tool to use. Well, hey, this is kind of what it did over here, so I'll sell it to you for this. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I totally recommend buying on fan sites.
have you had any problems though on fan sites?
On fan sites, no. And that's, a lot of them have a, I say I've had no problems as a buyer. As a seller, I have had problems on the fan sites. Like, I'm having a problem right now. Some dude has been telling me he's going to buy my Pounce and Wingspan, my BotCon Pounce and Wingspan, and, nothing. Send the guy a message about it, and, I'm still waiting on funds. What?
I'm waiting on funds too.
Yeah, by the way, Josh, you're never going to live that one down.
What is it?
But,
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, that Pounce and Wingspan that you had me pick up for you, specifically for you.
You stiffed him on him.
That was Dalton, dude. So,
Oh, I'm sure it was. Anyways, I'm getting a little irate. I've had, like I've said, I've had plenty of problems as a seller, but none as a buyer. There's always, like a feedback forum. At least on TFW, like AllSpark and Cybertron are a little more difficult to navigate when it comes to that sort of thing. They're not as, I guess, I don't want to say organized, because both are pretty well organized sites, but they're definitely not as I guess detailed. I guess as
Okay.
yeah.
What are you talking about? Like eBay
Well,
buying
just
and
like
selling?
eBay buying good, bad experience or advice, or boards. If you are on the forums, buy, sell, trade. If you've had any experience there, or just advice to some of our viewers and stuff. Since a lot of us buy the stuff, we buy, we backtrack with some of this stuff. So I was just kind of
Yeah,
curious.
I mean, as far as me, like buying and selling, I have 100% rate. Um, the thing whenever I sell stuff, I don't know if I'm being too honest. The way I list things. Well, hear me out on this. Uh, the way I list it is the way that I would want to read it if I was buying it. So if there is one joint, one out of, let's say, a combiner, but like I have a G1 Abominus that I want to sell.
Hmm.
Everything is tight, but the right shoulder joint on blot, everything else is perfect, and it's in his alternate weird form. I don't even know what to call that thing, but like he's got two joints. He's got an elbow and he's got a shoulder, but the only joint that's loose is the right shoulder. And to where I bought things before, and I'm gonna list it like that. That this is what. But there's people that will have more problems than that than mine, and not be as good condition as the one I sell, and they won't even mention stuff like that because I bought things before to where I'm like, this is like total garbage. Like the whole thing is like loose. I feel like it's gonna like fall apart in my hand. And I'm like, well, if you don't like the purchase, then you can send it back, and I'll as soon as I get it back, then I'll refund. And so I've done that, and I've had to do that twice, and it worked. I've had a few times where people have bought stuff and not paid.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and they're like, yeah, I'm on vacation or something, blah blah blah. I'm like, I mean, you didn't know
Can't
that?
send an
The whole
email.
thing is communication. Yeah, it's communication. Send me an email. Hey, look, I'm going to try to win this. I
How
get
can you
back
not pay
on this
PayPal
day.
on vacation?
I don't
That's
know.
what blows me away.
You could do it through your phone on eBay. You don't even have to go on PayPal. You can do it through your phone.
Hmm.
But I'm just like, all right, whatever. I was like, I even sent messages before to people and let them know, like, look, I know you said that you expect payment in 3 days. I get paid 5 days after auction ends, and I'm gonna have, I don't tell them exactly how much, but I'm gonna have enough money to pay for whatever I decide I want a maximum bid on this, and I really want this item. Will you be okay? I have a 100% satisfaction rating. Never any problem. Goodbye, Charles. That will you be okay with me paying 5 days, after the auction ends? And because of that communication, I've never had a no.
That's cool.
That's all it requires is, communication. Let them know. Don't do the whole like, well, I'm just gonna bid on it. If I win it, then he'll get his payment 5 days later, and they'll just kind of get it. No, just communicate. And if I'm told no, then all right, I'm not gonna bid on it then. Fine.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've done that a handful of times, and like I said, I've never got a no. And most people work with you, especially if you have a positive rating. It helps. I've got over 100 times doing business and stuff like that, so it does help out. But even whenever I first started out, a lot of people require that you have at least business with at
Some
least
positive
5 or 10 people, and positive feedback before you can even bid on their stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't, then just let them know. Just be like, look, hey, I'm new to this, because I had to go through that. Just communication.
And Dalton's gone, so okay.
All right, time to talk about them.
Yeah. I mean, my experience real quickly was just the fact that, I've been buying a lot of, like Beast Wars second stuff, and I've had, some good, you know, um, interactions and stuff. Most of everything I've got, I paid for, and or I've won, I've gotten. But it's just, I feel that it's odd at times where you read the description and the seller doesn't do anything that they state that they would in the description. They state, "Oh, I'll mail it, after you pay, a day after you pay. You'll get a tracking number once I ship it." All this type of stuff.
That
And
stuff gets scary from them international sellers too, huh?
yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, now it's like a week after, you win the auction. They finally ship it, and I'm like, okay, I don't think it took that long for my payment because I usually pay within like 5 minutes after I win. It's done. And
If it's sent with a credit card, it's instant anyways.
yeah, and it's just odd that they have all these rules and regulations. And I know eBay's more buyer friendly than anything, but I just feel that it's like, I don't know, a lot of misleading in descriptions. And I mean, eBay is used for not just like we're talking about Transformers or whatnot. It's for a ton of collectibles, whatever you're doing and stuff. And I don't know, I've had some kind of like scary moments, but I've gotten everything. But I'm like, oh my gosh, is it going to show up? Okay, this is
Oh, dude,
cool.
as soon as that 30-day hits,
Yeah,
that's it.
and then having to go through the whole ramification of, you'll get your money back, but it's like most of the time, but you have to go through that step to do it because you got a deadbeat seller. Now, I've never sold anything, so I can't, say, I've had bad experience with buyers and all that kind of stuff. But Dalton, oh, Charles is back. Welcome back, Charles.
Got both of them back.
We're now live. Dalton, you're back. You have any experience with eBay? I know you've sold some stuff in the past that you've talked about a little bit, but
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of experience buying on eBay because nothing, until I bought Gun, I didn't really have anything I was going to buy on eBay saving money. But as far as buy-sell trades and like TFW, I've had a lot of good service and nothing but good experiences from that. So
Jesus,
what the hell was that?
Charles.
Charles is frozen. Charles has a mugshot right now.
Now what the fuck?
No. Oh, oh.
I think Charles is having internet issues. It sucks, man.
Charles. I'm sorry, bro, but that
All right, Dalton.
but
Man, we just lost like 8 viewers there. Like we went, but
yeah, I'll say get nothing but good experiences from TFW. As far as
TFW,
eBay,
man.
I haven't really had any buying experience.
all right. Well, you need to get out there and buy some stuff, man. Let's do it. We're still.
Well, I muted. The thing is like I muted him like
He's gone.
it's like as soon as he with that little outburst, and then it just did it. But a lot of the stuff that I've sold is on Twitter.
Yeah, you just sold
And
your
I'm
Hexatron and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for him to pay. He said that he was going to. He gets paid on the 1st, so just waiting. But yeah, I'm also, I guess for anyone watching, selling my Fans Project Minosaur with all the boxes and everything 100% complete. Even have the little extra.
The superior Minosaur.
I'm selling it for $300 plus shipping, so which is a really good deal because considering that retail it's like $380 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's each thing's only been transformed like maybe like 4 times. It's just been sitting on my shelf. So.
Yeah. You doing okay there, Dakota? You seem intense.
Dude. If I tell you what's really going on right now, you're probably gonna get mad at me. So I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Charles just made me a little sick to my stomach, man. Ugh.
Well,
That-
I mean, is there anything else that we want to talk about? I mean, we've been going on for just an hour. I mean, we haven't really talked about a lot. Or you want to keep it going, or
I'm good to stop.
all right, Dalton, you want to?
Josh, you all right, dude? You look
Yeah.
like you're freaking out or something, dude. You freaking out?
What?
Freaking out. All right, well, we'll just end it there then. Thanks for all the viewers for watching this week's Aftercast. Really do appreciate it again. Again, go check out our website, cybercastnetwork.com. Follow us on Twitter, cybercastnet. Also, like our Facebook page, Cybercast Network. And if you guys want to out yourselves.
Sure. I'm Josh,
There
also
you go.
known as G1 Hexatron. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at G1 Hexatron. And you can like my personal Facebook page, the G1 Hexatron.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube at Daltonians TF's Reviews, or Daltonians TF Reviews, and Twitter is Daltonians TF's 95.
You want another go at that?
Every week is your own channel. Dakota.
Dakota, Primal Sabbath.
Right on.
Or Primal Selfish.
Primal Selfish.
And we
Whatever.
have a show this Wednesday, not Tuesday, correct, on your channel.
Correct. Oh, what the?
Okay.
Whoa, Charles.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. So, but we will be talking about Wreckers, your Wreckers team, if you want. We have a link on the Cybercast Network page. It's underneath Primal Sabbath. Just click on his name, and then you go directly to the forum. Upload a picture if you have the figures in hand. That would be great. But for me, I'm James, Victory Saber 77. You can find me Twitter and YouTube. And that's it. So thanks again. We will see you next week. And
All right. Later.
there you go. Dakota, you still there?